I quit my job making six figures a year to literally start over. But I'm not going to tell you that this company sucks and back out a bunch of dirty laundry, because although that would be entertaining to say the least, it wouldn't be valuable to anyone in sales or anyone trying to get into sales. It would just be pure drama. Management is an interesting topic to say the least. Managers are typically paid less to do more, especially in sales, where you get a commission on your performance. See, I was warned of this, but I didn't listen, and I decided to jump in head first and manage a sales team. Now, I made salary plus commission, and to many people, they would say that the pay was phenomenal. But I spent so much time building and tracking the sales process and making sure that we didn't suck, that I didn't have the time to pour into making more commissions and do what I love, which is to sell. I started off in the company as a customer service rep, where I overperformed to say the least, and I wore about 6 hats at once. I was an appointment setter, a customer service rep, and some kind of manager from day one, until I found out what CRM hacking was, and I instantly started making more money in sales. I took all the old reps who quit leads and I sold them. And I was making a different kind of money. I went from making $600 a week to $2,600 a week overnight. After 6 months of working for the company, I transitioned to more of like a hybrid role, where I still set all the inbound leads myself, but I also sold some of those leads and still dug the CRM for opportunities and made us a lot of money. I liked the position a lot until I started to feel kind of helpless, because certain details I will spill. The sales process, it was awful, which was something I had no real control over. Now, context. I simultaneously was training with 7th level, Jeremy Miner, I'm sure you're familiar, and I also started my own online coaching business, making $20K a month on the side. Part of me wanted to leave then and just do that full time so I could scale my business and change my life. In order to stay at the company that I worked for, I had a conversation with my boss about a further promotion to sales manager, and based on the results and proof I already had, he was totally on board. Shortly after that, I got started as the manager, so the newest rep on the team becomes the manager. I'm sure you can see the problem with that. My boss had also told me, look, if you want to start as the manager, you have to completely get rid of the coaching business. You can continue to coach the students you have, but you can't sign on any clients. I need your focus, which crushed me. That business I built was everything to me at the time. Now, I had a lucrative opportunity, though, to consistently make more, and a life-changing opportunity to really work on a sales process and see how I can improve it that could help me in business later. I decided to be the manager of a $10 million a year company instead of the owner of my 150 to 200K a year coaching business. So I kept working 16-hour days, but solely on my job, and I stopped the business. At first, the sales team was a little iffy, to say the least, on me being the manager, because that was a new position implemented in the company, and I was the newest rep, like I had before mentioned. But when they saw the results they were getting, they loved it. And I'm not a cocky person. I just call a spade a spade. I built that sales and marketing process. It was super sloppy and not connected at all. I created systems to track all the way from the creatives that we were running for ads to after we sell a client, exactly how we can upsell them and cross-sell them to make the most money out of each and every lead and get a higher ROI on our ad dollars, which did not exist at all before I was around. I had some of the greatest times of my life managing that sales team. So you're probably thinking in your head, okay, what was the problem? It's called the best rep theory, which I heard first introduced by Alex Hormozy, where he states how the best rep will never make a good sales manager, because the personality of the best rep is not designed to last helping others make sales for less money. And my ego told me, no, I can handle it. I'm not cocky. And if I can create a stable income for myself while helping build this company's team, I'm all for it. Well, I was totally wrong. Although I love training salespeople and the impact that I had on that team of guys, which they also had an impact on me as well, I wouldn't trade any of it, nor do I regret it, but my heart was in selling the deal. I couldn't watch people do sales while I'm building out the whole process and data tracking. I wanted to sell. And I also had another major flaw as a manager. I expected everyone to want to work as much as I did. Now, I will say, everyone on that sales team, at least the ones that I didn't have to fire, those who had the whole run with me are kick-ass salespeople and great dudes and even friends of mine. But I am a serial psychopath worker. And I would literally ask people like, what do you mean you don't want to work 16 hours a day? And when, I got a lot of pushback from reps about, going Harvard and revolving their life around this, I lost heart. And that's 100% on me and nobody else. But I do know that that is the culture at a lot of, companies. And I was trying to change a lot of systems that were outside of my control and change a culture that was just not bound to change. So I traded my income, making 6 figures, where I absolutely crushed it in 2025, to go to square one and just work remote as a sales rep and build my business back up. Now, in anything, when you change routes or strategies, you have to account for like a certain amount of deviation where you will lose more money or naturally experience an instant loss from the change. But you need to have that loss to go up. And in order to become who I truly wanted to be, I had to leave. I really made this video not just for the clicks or to like air out a company, but so that maybe if you're in a similar situation as I was, that you'll take heart like I did and be brave, because a lot of people stay stuck comfortable in a job because they feel like they can achieve better or this is their peak, but it's just not true. It's just simply their perception. So yeah, guys, that's why I quit my job. If you guys are watching this and you like the video, subscribe below and just go comment. Even if you drop a comment and say, yo, you're an idiot, go get your job back. It doesn't matter. Just support the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.